So here's a triangle. It has G, H, and J. Again, the letters don't match up with the formula. The formula uses A, B, and C. That's why it doesn't matter as long as you know that angles go with opposite sides. As long as you have that basic idea, you're going to be fine. Now, we need to find H. So first of all, to determine if we can use the sine law, the question is, do we know an angle and its opposite side? You can see that you know, here's the 51, and you know the opposite side. That's the important first thing. We know we can use the sine law because we have an angle and the opposite side. When you're setting up the formula, your life is easier if you always start with what you don't know. So what am I trying to find? Little j, right? So I put that up top, little j, and if I put the sides on the top, then sine would go on the bottom. And what angle would go with little j? 44. So this is one formula that you actually memorize quite easily, because actually using the formula sheet gets you more confused because the letters, as long as you know that sides go with opposite angles, you're going to be set here. Yes? You can have the sine 44 on top. We like to have what we're trying to solve for on the top. It'll make our algebra a little bit easier, and you'll see that in a second. Okay? Now we have to use the information that we know for sure, which we've already got the green box around. Okay? So on the top of this fraction, will I put the sine or will I put the side? The side, because we put sides on the top. So I'll put 7.8 up here, and sine, and the angle that goes with the 7.8 is the 51. Now to get j by itself, you would have to multiply both sides of this equation by sine of 44. Sine of 44. I should remember my degree signs. There we go. That would cancel out these. Now when you multiply both sides, a fraction by a number, that goes on the top of that fraction. And now it's just a matter of typing that into your calculator. And you get, you make sure that you're 7.8 sine 44. And you might want to use your fraction button on your calculator. I got 6.97. How do they want us to round? Nearest tenth? 7.0 centimeters. Pretty straightforward. Isn't that nice that we didn't have to actually draw in a height? This one, if we look at it, yes, you could have, let me redraw it here, 51, 44, 7.8. You could have used SOHCAHTOA if you would have drawn a 90 degree in here, okay? You could have used SOHCAHTOA to find this side, and you could have used SOHCAHTOA to find this side. And then you would have had to use SOHCAHTOA in this other triangle to also find this side, and then you would have to add those together. And you would get sort of a smiley face. Yeah, nice. But you would have to do SOHCAHTOA once, twice, 3 times, and add these two together. Whereas using the sine law, wow, it's really straightforward and quite easy. So it's really nice to see that that relationship works that way. Questions you can do for this one are number 3.